Journey from Failure to Success. Stoic Tips for Real Life. Daily Stoic. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Hey everyone, welcome back to Stoic in Your Life. Today we're diving into a topic that resonates deeply with many of us, the journey from failure to success. Using the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we'll explore how to turn setbacks into stepping stones and emerge stronger and wiser. In this video, we'll uncover practical Stoic tips to help you navigate the rocky road of failure and rise to success. From understanding the importance of resilience and perseverance to applying the principle of amor fati, embracing your fate, we'll break down these powerful concepts and show you how to integrate them into your daily life. If you're joining us for the first time or missed our previous episodes, be sure to check out the full series in the playlist at the end of this video. These lessons are more than just theoretical. They offer a practical guide to mastering life's challenges. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and if you're finding value in this series, show your support by liking the video and leaving a comment saying, "Embrace the journey." So, grab a comfy seat, hit that like button, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. Ready to turn failure into success? Let's get started. Lesson 1. Life as a boxing match. Have you ever felt like life keeps knocking you down just when you're about to get up? Like a relentless boxing match, life's punches can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you that these challenges are not just random hits but opportunities to build an unbreakable resilience? Think about the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us how to transform failures into stepping stones toward success. This journey, much like a boxer's relentless training, can turn life's toughest blows into our greatest triumphs. Life, in the realm of Stoicism, is often likened to a boxing match. This metaphor transcends time, illustrating the unpredictable and often harsh nature of existence. The essence of this comparison lies not in the act of throwing punches, but in our response to the unexpected blows life deals us. Just as a boxer endures rigorous training to build resilience, Stoics cultivate mental fortitude to withstand life's inevitable trials and tribulations. The esteemed Stoic philosopher Epictetus once posed a profound question. What kind of boxer are you if you leave because you get hit? This query extends beyond the sport, touching upon the core of human experience. When adversity strikes, do we capitulate, or do we summon our inner strength and continue fighting? The Stoic philosophy asserts that true character is revealed not in the absence of adversity but in our response to it. It's about conditioning the mind to remain steadfast, adaptable, and resilient, regardless of circumstances. Reflect on moments when you faced setbacks or failures. Did these experiences defeat you, or did they serve as catalysts for growth and self-improvement? Instead of succumbing to despair, did you rise, ready to confront the next challenge? In life's arena, encountering hardship is a certainty. The crucial question then becomes, will you remain defeated, or will you rise to meet the challenge head-on? Will you allow these obstacles to define you, or will you define yourself by your ability to overcome them? Stoics were not merely theoreticians, they were active participants in the tumult of life. They faced exile, poverty, and even death with unflinching courage and resilience. These adversities were not seen as deterrents but as opportunities to practice and embody their philosophy. So, when life hurls its next punch, invoke your inner Stoic. Don't be disheartened by setbacks or failures. Instead, view them as sparring partners, aiding you in fortifying your resolve and becoming a stronger individual. Seneca, another revered Stoic, wisely remarked, "A man who has been at constant feud with misfortunes acquires a skin calloused by suffering." This isn't an endorsement of becoming insensitive to pain, but rather a testament to developing a resilient mindset capable of enduring and surmounting any challenge. To build upon this, Consider how modern life bombards us with its unique set of challenges, from professional setbacks to personal disappointments. The Stoic perspective teaches us that these difficulties are not just inevitable, but necessary for personal growth. Each setback, each failure is a lesson in disguise, urging us to adapt, learn, and persevere. This mindset shift, from viewing challenges as insurmountable obstacles to seeing them as opportunities for growth, can profoundly alter our life's trajectory. By embracing this Stoic wisdom, we equip ourselves with the mental armor needed to navigate life's unpredictable landscape. Drawing parallels to contemporary life, think about the career hurdles, relationship challenges, and financial pressures we face today. In each of these scenarios, the Stoic principle of resilience can be our guiding light. For instance, losing a job may initially seem like a devastating blow, but it can also be a doorway to new opportunities, prompting us to explore paths we might never have considered. The key is not to view these setbacks as endpoints, but as starting points for new beginnings. As you navigate through life's unpredictable bouts, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic principle encourages us to transform obstacles into opportunities, to use the very challenges that stand in our way as the stepping stones to our success. Each punch life throws is an invitation to train harder, to become more resilient, and to emerge stronger. The Stoic journey from failure to success is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them with courage, wisdom, and resilience. It's about training our minds to be our greatest allies, ensuring that no matter what life throws our way, we can always rise, fight back, and ultimately succeed. Reflect on Muhammad Ali's words, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." This encapsulates the essence of the Stoic mindset: to endure the struggle, embrace the pain, and emerge victorious, not just in the ring, but in every facet of life. So, ask yourself, what kind of boxer am I? The answer will shape your journey from failure to success. Lesson 2. The reverse clause. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the concept of the reverse clause is a practical tool for navigating life's inevitable curveballs. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket, a plan B that kicks in when things don't go as expected. It's about having a mental fortitude that allows you to adapt and overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, beautifully articulates this concept. Indeed, no one can thwart the purposes of your mind, for they can't be touched by fire, steel, tyranny, slander, or anything. This powerful statement reminds us that no matter what external challenges we face, our inner strength and resilience remain untouched. Picture this. You've poured your heart and soul into a project at work, only for your boss to reject it at the last minute. Your initial reaction might be disappointment, frustration, or even anger. But then your reverse clause kicks in. You remind yourself that this setback doesn't define you or your worth. It's just a temporary obstacle, not a reflection of your abilities or potential. You take a deep breath, reassess the situation, and come up with a new plan of action. The reverse clause isn't about wishful thinking or denying reality. It's about having a pragmatic backup plan for when things go wrong. It's about accepting that obstacles are a part of life and being prepared to deal with them in a way that aligns with your values and goals. This concept can be applied to all areas of life. In relationships, if a loved one hurts you, your reverse clause might be forgiveness and understanding. In your career, if you face a major setback, your reverse clause might be to learn from the experience and come back stronger. Even in the face of death, the Stoics had a reverse clause: to embrace it as a natural part of life and to focus on living well in the present moment. The reverse clause is a powerful tool because it shifts your focus from what you can't control to what you can. It's about taking charge of your reaction to events rather than being a victim of them. In the words of the modern-day Stoic William Irvine, the reverse clause is a kind of mental judo. Instead of trying to resist what's happening, you use the force of the event to your advantage. Think of the famous entrepreneur and inventor Thomas Edison. When his factory burned down, destroying years of work and prototypes, he didn't despair. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to start anew, to rebuild even better than before. His reverse clause was not to dwell on the loss, but to focus on the potential for growth and improvement. Another example is the story of the Japanese airline pilot, Captain Tammy Jo Schultz. When one of the engines on her plane exploded mid-flight, she didn't panic. Instead, she calmly and skillfully landed the plane, saving the lives of all on board. Her reverse clause was her training and experience, which allowed her to remain calm and focused in a crisis situation. The reverse clause is not just for extraordinary individuals like Edison or Schultz. It's a tool that anyone can use to navigate life's challenges. It's about cultivating a mindset of resilience, adaptability, and resourcefulness. It's about remembering that even in the darkest of times, there's always a way forward. In the words of the ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca, the happy life is to be found in the strength of your character, and the strength of your character is built through challenges and adversity. So the next time you encounter an obstacle, don't despair. Remember your reverse clause and use it to turn adversity into advantage. The reverse clause is more than just a philosophical concept, it's a way of life. It's about embracing the unexpected, accepting what you can't control, and focusing on what you can. It's about finding strength in adversity, opportunity in challenge, and resilience in the face of setbacks. It's about living a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment, no matter what life throws your way. As the Stoics teach, the only true obstacle is a weak mind. By cultivating a strong and resilient mind, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve our goals. The reverse clause is a powerful tool in this pursuit, helping us to stay focused on our values, our goals, and our inner strength even when the world around us seems to be falling apart. Picture a young professional named Emily who faces a significant setback at her job. She has just been passed over for a promotion she worked tirelessly for. Initially, she's devastated and questions her capabilities. But then, she remembers the reverse clause. She recognizes that this setback is not a reflection of her worth or abilities, but a temporary obstacle. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, she uses this experience as a catalyst for growth. She seeks feedback, enhances her skills, and becomes even more determined to succeed. Emily's resilience and adaptability ultimately lead her to new and greater opportunities, showcasing the true power of the reverse clause in real life. So, embrace the reverse clause, make it a part of your daily life, and remember, no matter what happens, you always have a choice in how you respond. Choose wisely, and you'll find that you're far more capable and resilient than you ever imagined. How might you apply the reverse clause in your own life? What setbacks can you transform into opportunities for growth? By reflecting on these questions and embracing this Stoic tool, you'll be better prepared to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and strength. Lesson 3. Learn, practice, train your self-improvement cheat sheet. All right, friends, let's dive into the art of leveling up your life. This isn't about video games or collecting XP. It's about the timeless wisdom of self-improvement, the age-old strategies that philosophers and sages have used to cultivate wisdom, virtue, and an extraordinary life. Imagine self-improvement as a comprehensive workout routine for your mind, body, and soul. You wouldn't expect to get fit by merely reading about exercise, right? You need to hit the gym, lift those weights, and push through the sweat. Similarly, personal growth demands more than just consuming self-help books or motivational podcasts. It requires action. You must implement what you learn, practice consistently, and train your mind and body to evolve into the best version of yourself. The Learn, Practice, Train, LPT. Loop is your self-improvement cheat sheet. Think of it as an ancient workout plan that the great philosophers like Aristotle, Epictetus, and Seneca swore by. They firmly believed that the path to a fulfilling life was paved with continuous learning, deliberate practice, and rigorous training. Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." This means that true excellence isn't achieved through sporadic efforts, but through consistent, dedicated practice. So, how can we integrate this ancient wisdom into our modern lives? First, let's talk about learning. Seek knowledge and wisdom from a variety of sources: books, podcasts, mentors, teachers, and life experiences. Embrace curiosity and keep an open mind, always ready to challenge your assumptions. Remember the saying, "The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know." This humility in the face of knowledge keeps us grounded and ever eager to grow. Next, move on to practice. Consuming information isn't enough. You need to put it into action. Apply what you learn to your daily life, your relationships, your work, and your personal goals. Seneca wisely noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Practicing what you learn helps you appreciate the value in what you have and strive for meaningful improvement. Then, there's training. Training is about repetition, discipline, and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. It's about developing habits, skills, and virtues that will serve you well in the long run. Bruce Lee once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." This emphasizes the power of focused, disciplined practice in mastering any skill. Let's bring these principles to life with real-world examples. Consider an athlete. Athletes don't just show up on game day and expect to win. They train relentlessly, practicing their skills, building strength and endurance, and learning from their coaches and teammates. Their success is built on the foundation of the LPT loop. Similarly, think about musicians. Musicians don't become virtuosos overnight. They spend countless hours practicing their instruments, learning new pieces, and performing in front of audiences. Each practice session, each performance is a step in their journey of continuous improvement. Writers, too, embody this principle. Writers don't sit down and effortlessly produce masterpieces. They write daily, experiment with different styles, seek feedback from editors and readers, and constantly refine their craft. Their dedication to the process is what transforms them into great storytellers. Now, let's bring it all together. Self-improvement isn't a quick fix or a magic bullet. It's a lifelong journey of learning, practicing, and training. Yet, it's a journey worth taking. By embracing the LPT loop, we can unlock our full potential, cultivate wisdom and virtue, and live truly extraordinary lives. Epictetus reminded us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset is crucial in our pursuit of personal growth. So I ask you, how will you incorporate the learn, practice, train loop into your life? What steps will you take to ensure that your journey towards self-improvement is as effective and rewarding as possible? Engage with these questions, reflect on them, and share your thoughts. Let's embark on this journey together, continually striving for excellence, not as a distant goal, but as a daily habit. Lesson 4. How you do anything is how you do everything. Your life's a microcosm. Life is a series of interconnected actions and decisions, and the way we approach any single task often reflects how we handle everything else in our lives. This concept isn't just a motivational cliché. It's a profound truth that can elevate our self-awareness and drive personal growth. Imagine your life as a microcosm, a tiny universe, reflecting the larger cosmos. Every action you take, every decision you make, every thought you think is a glimpse into your inner world. It's like a fractal pattern, where the same designs emerge at different scales. The ancient philosopher Heraclitus famously said, "Character is destiny," emphasizing that our habits, values, and behaviors shape our lives and determine our outcomes. Consider the ripple effect of your actions. The way you approach one task influences everything else. If you're careless in your work, it likely spills over into your relationships, health, and finances. Conversely, if you're diligent and reliable in one area, those traits tend to manifest elsewhere. This is the essence of the saying, "How you do anything is how you do everything." To illustrate this, let's adopt the mindset of a quality control inspector for our lives, focusing on 5 key principles. Awareness is essential. Pay attention to your behavior across different areas of your life: work, relationships, health, and finances. Identify common themes and areas for improvement. This self-examination is the first step towards meaningful change. Integrity involves aligning your actions with your values. It means being honest, trustworthy, and reliable in all aspects of life. Integrity builds trust with others and with yourself, creating a foundation for authentic living. Strive for excellence in everything, no matter how trivial it may seem. Michelangelo said, "The true work of art is but a shadow of divine perfection." By aiming for excellence, you honor your capabilities and set a standard for all your endeavors. Practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment helps you avoid falling into old patterns. It allows you to make conscious choices that align with your values, enhancing the quality of your actions and interactions. Embrace a growth mindset, the belief that you can learn and improve through effort and dedication. Psychologist Carol Dweck explains, "In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work." This mindset encourages resilience and the courage to try new things, even at the risk of failure. Let's look at real-world applications of these principles. Consider the punctual professional. Someone who is always on time for meetings and appointments likely demonstrates reliability and responsibility in other life areas. Their punctuality reflects a deeper commitment to honoring their word and managing their time effectively. Take the mindful eater. This person pays close attention to their food choices and eating habits, mirroring a broader mindfulness of thoughts, emotions, and overall well-being. Their eating habits are a small, yet significant reflection of their holistic approach to life. Then there's the passionate volunteer. A person who dedicates time and energy to help others often embodies compassion, empathy, and a commitment to making a positive impact. Their volunteer work is a microcosm of their broader life philosophy. In essence, how you do anything is how you do everything. Your life is a reflection of your choices, actions, and mindset. By cultivating awareness, integrity, excellence, mindfulness, and a growth mindset, you can create a life rich in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. It's the consistent, small actions aligned with our values that lead to a truly successful and rewarding life." In modern times, this Stoic principle remains incredibly relevant. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the importance of small actions, yet these are the building blocks of our character. By focusing on improving these daily habits, we set ourselves on a path to overall success. Whether you're at work, at home, or in any aspect of life, remember, each moment is an opportunity to reflect your best self. Thank you for being here and watching this video on the journey from failure to success with Stoic tips for real life. What has been your biggest takeaway from your own experiences with failure, and how have you used Stoicism to overcome it? If you're not sure what to comment, you can share your thoughts with something like, "Stoicism has helped me turn my failures into opportunities by..." Now let's move to the next segment. Lesson 5. Marks of the Good Life, your blueprint for a kick-ass existence. All right, folks, let's talk about the good life. No, we're not talking about sipping margaritas on a yacht or winning the lottery, although those might be nice perks. We're talking about the deeper, more meaningful kind of good life, the kind that leaves you feeling fulfilled, purposeful, and at peace with yourself and the world. In today's world, we're bombarded with messages about what the good life looks like. We're told it's about having a successful career, a big house, a fancy car, and a perfect family. We're sold the idea that happiness is a destination, something we can achieve by accumulating more stuff and checking off more boxes on our to-do lists. But here's the thing. The good life isn't about external achievements or material possessions. It's about living in alignment with our values, cultivating meaningful relationships, pursuing our passions, and contributing to something bigger than ourselves. The ancient philosophers like Aristotle, Epicurus, and Seneca had a lot to say about the good life. They didn't all agree on the specifics, but they shared a common belief that the good life is not about fleeting pleasures or external validation, but about living a life of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. As Aristotle put it, happiness depends upon ourselves. In other words, the good life is not something that happens to us. It's something we create through our choices, our actions, and our attitudes. So what are the marks of the good life? Here are a few key ingredients according to the philosophers. Virtue. The ancient Greeks believed that virtue was the cornerstone of a good life. This meant cultivating qualities like courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance. It meant striving to be the best version of yourself, not just for your own sake, but for the sake of others. Meaningful relationships. We are social creatures, and our relationships are essential to our well-being. A good life involves cultivating deep, meaningful connections with others, family, friends, romantic partners, colleagues, and even strangers. As the philosopher Epictetus put it, we are born for cooperation, as are the feet, the hands, the eyelids, and the upper and lower jaws. Purposeful work. Work is not just a means to an end. It's an opportunity to express our creativity, contribute to society, and make a difference in the world. A good life involves finding work that is meaningful, challenging, and aligned with our values. Inner peace. True happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. The good life involves cultivating inner peace through practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection. As the Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Let's explore how this concept is applied in daily life. Consider a teacher who dedicates their life to educating and inspiring young minds. They find fulfillment in helping others learn and grow, and they make a lasting impact on their community. Or think about a nurse who provides compassionate care to patients in need. They find meaning in their work by alleviating suffering and making a difference in people's lives. Then there's the artist who expresses their creativity through their work. They find joy in the process of creation and in sharing their art with others. And don't forget the volunteer who dedicates their time and energy to helping others. They find purpose in giving back and making the world a better place. Reflecting on these examples, can you see how the principles of the good life might apply to your own journey? What values do you hold dear, and how can you align your actions with those values to create a more fulfilling existence? How can you foster deeper connections with the people around you, and what steps can you take to find meaningful work or cultivate inner peace? In a world that often equates success with material wealth and superficial achievements, it's essential to remember that the true marks of a good life are found within us. By striving to live virtuously, building meaningful relationships, engaging in purposeful work, and seeking inner peace, we can craft a life that is not only successful by our own standards, but also deeply rewarding and impactful. So, take a moment to reflect on your own blueprint for a kick-ass existence and consider what changes you might make to align more closely with these timeless principles. Ultimately, The lesson here is that the good life is within our reach if we choose to pursue it with intention and mindfulness. It's not about the accolades or the accumulation of wealth, but about living authentically, connecting deeply, and contributing meaningfully. By embracing these marks of the good life, we can navigate the journey from failure to success with resilience and grace, finding joy and fulfillment along the way. Lesson 6. The Fountain of Goodness, your inner wellspring of awesome. Now let's embark on a journey of rediscovery together. Imagine, deep within you, there lies an abundant wellspring of goodness, ready to be tapped into. This isn't about superficial positivity or empty affirmations, but about recognizing and nurturing the inherent goodness within ourselves to foster a more compassionate and just world. In a society often overshadowed by negative news and pessimism, it's easy to become disheartened. But let's shift our perspective, shall we? Yes, the world has its share of suffering and injustice, but that's not the entire picture. Acts of kindness, bravery, and generosity abound. They just don't always make the headlines. Ancient philosophers like Plato and Aristotle believed that goodness is intrinsic to human nature. Plato eloquently stated, "Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others." This belief positions goodness not merely as a moral duty, but as a source of personal empowerment and societal transformation. Picture goodness as a pebble dropped into a pond, creating ripples that extend far beyond the initial impact. Each act of kindness, each compassionate gesture, sets off a chain reaction, encouraging others to follow suit and spreading positivity. So, how do we access this fountain of goodness and let it enrich our lives and the lives of those around us? Let's explore practical ways to cultivate this inner wellspring. Firstly, embrace compassion. This isn't just about feeling sorry for someone, but about truly understanding and sharing in their emotions. Compassion lays the foundation for kindness, empathy, and altruism. By practicing compassion, we open our hearts and create a more supportive and loving environment. Next, let's talk about generosity. Generosity goes beyond financial donations. It includes offering your time, energy, attention, and talents. By practicing generosity, we foster a sense of abundance and connectivity, enhancing the world around us. In every interaction, we have a choice: to be kind or to be indifferent. Always choose kindness. It may not always be the easiest choice, but it's invariably the right one. Remember the adage, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Standing up for justice is another crucial aspect. When confronted with injustice, silence is not an option. Whether it's through advocacy, volunteering, or simply speaking out against discrimination, your voice and actions can spark significant change. And finally, embody the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi's famous words, "Be the change you want to see in the world," serve as a powerful reminder. Don't wait for others to make the world better. Start with yourself. Be kind, compassionate, and generous. Let's delve into some real-world examples of this principle in action. Consider the volunteer firefighter who risks their life to protect their community, exemplifying courage, selflessness, and a deep-seated commitment to others. Or think about the unsung heroes at soup kitchens and homeless shelters who provide food, shelter, and compassion to those in need, offering a lifeline to society's most vulnerable. Reflect on the everyday activists who use their voices and platforms to challenge injustice and advocate for change. Their actions, no matter how small, inspire others and remind us that individual efforts collectively make a substantial difference. So, what about you? How can you tap into your inner wellspring of goodness? How can you cultivate compassion, practice generosity, choose kindness, stand up for justice, and embody change? These questions aren't just rhetorical. They're an invitation for you to take action. Your actions, no matter how small they seem, can create a ripple effect, transforming not just your life, but the lives of countless others. Goodness is not a finite resource. It's something we can all cultivate and share endlessly. By consciously choosing to act with compassion and kindness, by standing up for what is right and just, we contribute to a better, more positive world. As the Dalai Lama wisely noted, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Let's commit to tapping into our inner wells of goodness. Let's pledge to drop those pebbles of kindness into the ponds of our daily lives and watch the ripples of positivity spread. The world needs your goodness, your compassion, your kindness. And it all starts with a simple yet profound choice: to be good, to do good, and to inspire goodness in others. So, what will your next act of kindness be? How will you let your inner fountain of goodness flow today? Lesson 7. Quality over quantity. The Zen of less is more and why your brain will thank you. Are you tired of chasing after endless goals and finding yourself exhausted, stressed, and unfulfilled? Let's talk about a transformative concept that can revolutionize your life: quality over quantity. This isn't just about preferring artisanal coffee to instant or investing in a sturdy pair of shoes over a flimsy imitation. It's about fundamentally shifting how you approach everything: work, relationships, even your social media habits. In our fast-paced world, the mantra seems to be, more is better. More money, more followers, more likes, more possessions. We're constantly bombarded with messages equating success to the volume of hours we work, the digits in our bank account, or the number of Facebook friends. But the harsh truth is that more isn't always better. In fact, it often leads to worse outcomes. More stuff means more clutter and stress, more work means less time for rest and the things that truly matter, and more followers don't necessarily mean more meaningful connections. Seneca, the ancient Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested." This profound insight reminds us that it's not about how much time we have, but how we use it. The pursuit of quality over quantity is about investing our time and energy in what truly matters and leads to lasting fulfillment. The Greeks had a concept called arete, which means excellence or virtue. It's about striving for the best in all areas of life, not merely accumulating more stuff or achieving more goals. Aristotle emphasized this by saying, "Quality is not an act, it is a habit." Quality isn't a one-time effort. It's a way of life, a commitment to doing things well, focusing on what truly matters, and creating lasting value. So, how can we shift our focus from quantity to quality and start living a more meaningful, fulfilling life? First, prioritize depth over breadth. Instead of spreading yourself thin by trying to do everything, focus on a few things and do them well. This principle applies to your work, your relationships, your hobbies, and even your social media consumption. Remember the saying, "Jack of all trades, master of none." By concentrating your efforts on fewer tasks, you can achieve mastery and create deeper, more meaningful outcomes. Second, embrace slow living. Slow down, simplify your life, and savor the present moment. This might involve decluttering your home, cutting back on commitments, or taking time each day to disconnect from technology and reconnect with yourself. The slow living movement encourages us to appreciate the journey rather than rushing towards an endless series of goals. Third, invest in experiences rather than material possessions. Experiences create lasting memories and enrich our lives in ways that gadgets and gizmos cannot. Instead of splurging on the latest tech, consider investing in a trip, a concert, a workshop, or a meal with loved ones. These experiences not only bring joy but also foster connections and personal growth. Fourth, cultivate deep relationships. Rather than chasing after a large number of superficial connections, focus on building a few deep, meaningful relationships. These are the relationships that will support you, challenge you, and bring you joy. As philosopher and writer Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The only way to have a friend is to be one." By investing time and effort into these relationships, you create a support network that enriches your life. Fifth, pursue mastery. Instead of just going through the motions, strive for mastery in your chosen field. This means constantly learning, practicing, and pushing yourself to improve. Bruce Lee famously said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Mastery comes from dedication, focus, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Let's take a look at real-world examples to understand how this concept can be applied. Consider the minimalist entrepreneur. Instead of chasing after every business opportunity, the minimalist entrepreneur focuses on a few core projects and gives them their full attention. They prioritize quality over quantity, ensuring that their efforts are meaningful and impactful. This approach not only leads to better business outcomes, but also reduces stress and enhances personal satisfaction. In your own life, adopting a quality over quantity mindset can have profound effects. Start by identifying areas where you can simplify and focus. Maybe it's cutting down on social media use and investing that time in learning a new skill. Perhaps it's decluttering your living space to create a more peaceful environment, or it could be deepening a few key relationships rather than trying to keep up with everyone. By making these small, intentional changes, you'll find yourself less stressed, more fulfilled, and living a life that feels richer and more meaningful. The journey from failure to success isn't about how much you can achieve, but about how well you invest your time and energy. By prioritizing quality over quantity, embracing slow living, investing in experiences, cultivating deep relationships, and pursuing mastery, you can transform your life. Remember the wisdom of Seneca and Aristotle, and let their insights guide you towards a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. It's time to shift your focus, simplify your life, and start living with intention and excellence. If you've made it this far, you're truly on the path to greatness. Drop a comment saying, "Success through Stoicism," to show your dedication to turning failure into triumph. Stick around. Incredible insights are just ahead. Lesson 8. Heroes Here and Now, your guide to everyday bravery. All right, folks, let's ditch the capes and tights and talk about real-life heroes. We're not referring to the ones in comic books or blockbuster movies. We're talking about the everyday heroes who walk among us. The ones who show up, step up, and make a difference in the lives of others, one small act of courage at a time. These individuals exemplify what true heroism means, grounded in the virtues that define our humanity. The philosopher Aristotle once said, "Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others." This powerful quote reminds us that courage is the bedrock of all virtues, enabling us to live according to our values even when it's challenging or unpopular. Everyday heroism is not about grand gestures or superhuman feats. It's about ordinary people doing extraordinary things in the face of adversity. This journey of the everyday hero begins with moral courage, the courage to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular. It's about speaking truth to power, challenging injustice, and defending the vulnerable. Moral courage is the spark that ignites the flame of heroism within us. Resilience is another critical trait of the everyday hero. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, but the everyday hero doesn't let these obstacles defeat them. They learn from their mistakes, adapt to new circumstances, and bounce back stronger than ever. Remember the saying, "Fall 7 times, stand up 8. This resilience is a testament to their unyielding spirit and determination. Compassion is the third pillar of everyday heroism. The everyday hero doesn't just care about themselves. They care deeply about others. They empathize with those who are suffering and take action to help alleviate their pain. As the Dalai Lama beautifully stated, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion." If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Compassion drives the everyday hero to extend a helping hand, making a significant difference in the lives of others. Selflessness is another hallmark of the everyday hero. These individuals put the needs of others before their own. They volunteer their time, energy, and resources to help those in need, not seeking recognition or reward, but acting out of a profound sense of duty and compassion. Their selfless acts create ripples of kindness that spread far and wide. Perseverance is the final trait of the everyday hero. They don't give up easily, even in the face of daunting challenges, setbacks, and failures. They understand that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that true heroism lies in the effort, not just the outcome. This perseverance keeps them moving forward, despite the obstacles in their path. To illustrate these traits, let's explore some real-world examples. Consider the single mom who works 2 jobs to provide for her children. She sacrifices her own needs for the sake of her family and never gives up hope for a better future. Her daily struggle and unwavering dedication embody the spirit of an everyday hero. Think about the first responders, the firefighters, police officers, and paramedics who run towards danger while others run away. They put their lives on the line to protect and serve their communities. Their bravery and commitment are testaments to their heroism. Then, there are the teachers who inspire and empower their students. They help young minds discover their passions and reach their full potential, often going above and beyond their duties to ensure their students' success. Their influence extends far beyond the classroom, shaping the future of society. Lastly, consider the activists who fight for social justice. They speak out against inequality and work tirelessly to create a more equitable and inclusive world. Their relentless pursuit of justice and equality makes them heroes in the truest sense. These examples show that you don't need a cape or superpowers to be a hero. You just need the courage to stand up for what you believe in, the compassion to care for others, and the perseverance to never give up on your dreams. Ralph Waldo Emerson encapsulated this sentiment perfectly. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. In modern life, we often overlook the quiet acts of heroism happening around us every day. Imagine a community coming together to rebuild after a natural disaster. Each person's contribution, whether it's providing food, offering shelter, or simply lending a listening ear, adds up to a monumental effort. These individuals may never receive medals or public accolades, but their collective courage, compassion, and perseverance are what truly make a difference. So what about you? How can you embody the traits of an everyday hero in your own life? What acts of moral courage can you take today? How can you show resilience in the face of adversity? In what ways can you practice compassion and selflessness? And how can you persevere through your own challenges? By reflecting on these questions and taking action, you can start your own journey of everyday heroism, leaving a positive impact on the world around you. The lessons here are clear. Heroism is not reserved for a select few. It's a path open to anyone willing to embrace courage, compassion, resilience, selflessness, and perseverance. By integrating these virtues into our daily lives, we can all become everyday heroes, making the world a better place, one small act at a time. Lesson 9. Good habits drive out bad habits. Your brain's upgrade manual. The world of habits, those automatic behaviors that can either lift us to new heights or hold us back. We're not just talking about brushing your teeth every night, though that's crucial too. We're delving into the deeply ingrained habits that define our lives, for better or worse. Understanding the power of habits is key to transforming ourselves, breaking free from vices, and cultivating virtues that lead to a more fulfilling life. This is about upgrading your brain's manual and taking control of your destiny. Our brains are wired for efficiency. They love creating shortcuts, automating repetitive tasks, and conserving energy. This is why habits are so powerful. They allow us to perform actions without much thought. However, this efficiency can be a double-edged sword. Bad habits like smoking, overeating, or procrastinating become deeply embedded in our neural pathways, making it easy to revert to these behaviors even when we know they're detrimental. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This means our habits shape our character, actions, and ultimately, our destiny. The good news is, we are not prisoners to our habits. We can change them, rewire our brains, and develop new, healthier patterns of behavior. But this requires time, effort, and a strategic approach. Here's some ancient wisdom on how to hack your habits. 1. Awareness. The first step is to become aware of your habits, both good and bad. Pay close attention to your thoughts, actions, and triggers. What situations or emotions lead you to certain behaviors? Once you're aware of your habits, you can start making conscious choices about them. 2. Replacement, not elimination. Trying to eliminate a bad habit, cold turkey often leads to failure. Instead, replace it with a healthier habit. For example, if you want to stop snacking on junk food, replace it with fruits and vegetables. If you want to cut down on social media, replace that time with reading or spending time in nature. 3. Repetition and reinforcement. Habits form through repetition and reinforcement. The more you repeat a behavior, the stronger the neural pathway becomes. Make a conscious effort to repeat your new healthy habits daily. Reward yourself for progress and don't be discouraged by occasional slip-ups. 4. Environmental design. Our environment significantly shapes our habits. Make it easier to engage in good habits and harder to fall into bad ones. For example, stock your fridge with healthy foods and eliminate junk food if you want to eat healthier. If you want to exercise more, keep your workout clothes visible and accessible. 5. Accountability. Having an accountability partner can be a powerful motivator. Share your goals with a friend, family member, or coach and ask them to check in with you regularly. Now, let's see how these concepts play out in real life. Consider the morning person. Instead of hitting the snooze button, they set their alarm for the same time each day and get out of bed immediately. They kickstart their day with a healthy breakfast and a quick workout, setting a positive tone for the rest of the day. This routine didn't happen overnight. It was built through consistency and repetition. Think about the mindful eater. They don't snack mindlessly throughout the day. Instead, they listen to their body's hunger and fullness cues, eat slowly, savor each bite, and choose foods that nourish both body and mind. This habit helps them maintain a healthy weight and improve their overall well-being. Or look at the proactive procrastinator. They don't wait until the last minute to start a project. Instead, they break down tasks into smaller, manageable steps and set deadlines for each. This approach reduces stress and improves the quality of their work. Over time, this proactive approach becomes second nature. These examples show that transforming your habits requires awareness, replacement strategies, repetition, a supportive environment, and accountability. Remember, it's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about consistent small steps that lead to significant improvements over time. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means our thoughts and habits shape who we are. Reflect on your daily routines. Are they moving you closer to your goals or holding you back? What small changes can you make today to create a better tomorrow? As you ponder these questions, think about your own habits. Which ones are serving you well and which ones need an upgrade? How can you apply the principles of awareness, replacement, repetition, environmental design, and accountability in your life? Share your thoughts and experience with us. How have you successfully changed a habit? And what challenges did you face along the way? By understanding and applying these principles, you can transform your habits, rewire your brain, and ultimately create a life that aligns with your highest values and aspirations. Remember, the journey from failure to success is paved with the small daily choices we make. So, start today. Become aware, make a plan, and take consistent action. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 10. Frenemies. The philosophical guide to navigating toxic friendships and keeping your sanity. Navigating the complex terrain of relationships, especially those involving frenemies, can be challenging. These individuals straddle the line between friend and foe, sometimes acting as your biggest cheerleaders and at other times as your harshest critics. Aristotle once said, "Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit," highlighting the importance of time, effort, and trust in true friendships. Frenemies, on the other hand, are akin to fast food, appealing in the moment but ultimately unsatisfying and potentially harmful. Understanding the frenemy phenomenon is crucial. These individuals can be charming and fun, yet manipulative and toxic. They might compliment you one day and criticize your life choices the next. They invite you to events only to abandon you for someone they deem more advantageous. This duplicity can leave you feeling confused and emotionally drained. To identify a frenemy, watch out for certain red flags: the need to one-up you, backhanded compliments, competitive vibes, jealousy, and an emotional roller coaster of support and criticism. Once you recognize a frenemy, it's essential to embark on a philosophical detox to protect your well-being. Setting boundaries and prioritizing your energy is vital. Limiting your exposure to these individuals is a good start. Spend more time with those who uplift you and make you feel good about yourself. Remember, their negative behavior is more reflective of their insecurities than of any shortcomings on your part. As Marcus Aurelius advised, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This Stoic approach encourages focusing on your own growth and well-being, rather than being dragged into their negativity. If a frenemy's actions hurt you, call them out gently but firmly. Addressing their behavior with compassion can sometimes help in rectifying the situation. Focus on the positive aspects of the relationship and what you can learn from it. However, be prepared to walk away if the relationship remains consistently toxic. Epictetus wisely noted, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This means you don't owe your time and energy to anyone who doesn't respect you. Applying these principles to real-life scenarios can provide clarity and guidance. For instance, consider the backstabbing colleague who appears supportive but undermines your work behind your back. Limiting your interactions and maintaining professionalism can help protect your mental health. Or think of the jealous friend who resents your successes. Setting boundaries and focusing on those who genuinely celebrate your achievements is crucial. In romantic relationships, a manipulative partner might shower you with affection one moment and control you the next. Recognizing these patterns and prioritizing your emotional safety is essential. In modern life, the challenge of dealing with frenemies is compounded by social media and the constant comparison it fosters. As Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This timeless advice underscores the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences. Cultivating a circle of friends who genuinely support and uplift you can make a significant difference in your overall happiness and mental health. To sum up, navigating relationships with frenemies requires a stoic approach rooted in self-awareness, boundary setting, and prioritizing your well-being. By recognizing the signs of a toxic relationship and taking steps to protect your energy, you can maintain your sanity and thrive amidst the complexities of human interactions. Remember, true friendship is a slow, ripening fruit, requiring time, trust, and mutual respect. Surround yourself with those who contribute positively to your life, and don't be afraid to distance yourself from those who don't. As the Stoics teach us, the path to a fulfilling life involves cultivating meaningful relationships that nourish our soul and support our journey from failure to success. As we conclude today's journey from failure to success, I hope you have found valuable insights on how to embrace Stoic principles in real life. Remember, It's not the setbacks themselves that define us, but our response to them. By applying the wisdom of Stoicism, we can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth, resilience, and ultimately, success. Life will always present challenges, and sometimes it may feel like the punches keep coming. But as we've learned, it's not about avoiding the hardships, it's about how we rise each time we fall. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies in our ability to control our reactions, maintain our inner peace, and persevere despite the odds. To start with, let's consider the concept of perception. According to Stoic philosophy, our perception shapes our reality. When faced with a challenge, it's our interpretation of the event that determines our response. If we perceive a setback as a failure, it will feel like one. However, if we see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, it becomes a stepping stone to success. This shift in mindset is crucial for navigating life's ups and downs. The second principle we touched upon today is the importance of focusing on what we can control. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events, we can control our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By concentrating on these aspects, we can maintain our composure and make rational decisions even in the face of adversity. This focus on internal control helps us stay grounded and resilient. Another key takeaway from today's discussion is the practice of mindfulness. Stoicism encourages us to be present and fully engaged in the moment. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, leading to better outcomes in challenging situations. We also explored the concept of voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed that by intentionally exposing ourselves to discomfort, we can build resilience and prepare for future hardships. This practice might involve physical challenges, such as cold showers or fasting, or mental exercises, like reframing negative thoughts. By embracing discomfort, we become more adaptable and less fearful of the unknown. Furthermore, we discussed the idea of gratitude. Even in the face of adversity, the Stoics found reasons to be thankful. By cultivating gratitude, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a positive mindset. This practice not only enhances our well-being but also strengthens our resilience by reminding us of our inner resources and support systems. Now I encourage you to reflect on today's lessons and consider how you can integrate these Stoic principles into your daily life. What steps can you take to turn your failures into stepping stones for success? How can you shift your mindset to see every challenge as a chance to build your strength and character? One practical approach is to keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts and experiences can help you process emotions and gain clarity on your responses. Consider documenting your daily challenges and reflecting on how you applied Stoic principles to overcome them. This practice can reinforce your learning and provide a sense of accomplishment as you track your progress. Another strategy is to engage in regular self-reflection. Take time each day to assess your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Ask yourself questions like, did I focus on what I can control today? How did I respond to setbacks? What can I do differently next time? This self-awareness is key to continuous improvement and personal growth. Additionally, seek out a community of like-minded individuals who share your interest in Stoicism. Surrounding yourself with supportive and motivated people can provide encouragement and new perspectives. Sharing your experiences and learning from others can deepen your understanding of Stoic principles and enhance your resilience. I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How have you applied Stoic wisdom to overcome obstacles in your life? Your stories not only inspire others but also foster a sense of community and mutual support. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from a little extra motivation. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode from our self-development series. Remember, every small step you take towards applying these principles can lead to significant personal growth and happiness. Stay strong, stay resilient, and keep striving for your best self. Until next time, take care and see you in the next video.